Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? David Bakhtiari is a guy that on this show we've talked about a number of times this offseason. The Saints are in desperate need of offensive line help. They drafted Taliesin Fuanga. They have a hope and a prayer on Trevor Penning. Maybe Nick Saldiveri steps up. But you saw James Hurst retire this offseason and Andrus Peat leave in free agency, and both of those guys were options for you at left tackle, meaning even after Taliesin Fuanga, who is your left tackle? The crickets tell you the answer. You need help there. Bakhtiari is a guy that I've mentioned, and you should know that name because he spent a decade, actually 11 years, in Green Bay protecting Aaron Rodgers' blind side. And he was an all-pro, then he tore his ACL at the end of the COVID year. It was literally New Year's Eve. It was December 31st, 2020. And then in the past 3 years, he's played in just 13 games. I have said, yes, the Saints should go sign David Bakhtiari. Well, David Bakhtiari was a guest on the Adam Schefter podcast, and it's a fair question to wonder about his health and his availability because of the injuries. Well, here's Bakhtiari. Hear it from the horse's mouth. This is what Bakhtiari said on the Schefter podcast.
I mean, I'm not a reliever guy. I am your cornerstone guy and someone that's going to not only play from September, but into February, and then obviously, hopefully for another couple of years, because that's always been my goal. I don't like other people writing my story. I don't like the way this is kind of I couldn't just put a period to this, close the book, and leave it. That's not the kind of person that I am. I'm a guy at the end of the day that if you just stay prepared and stay ready long enough, the window will open up back again, and then I can write my story. And then I was telling him, I'm like, my biggest thing is like I just got to kind of remind people.
So Bakhtiari very clearly wants to play this year, and as he said, for a couple of more years. In the interview in the podcast with Schefter, he talked about a lot, like the surgeries he's gone through. The doctors have done an amazing job, and he's on a full rehab schedule, and he's looking like he's going to be ready to go. Remains to be seen if he can be. So I didn't want to be influenced by this. I put the task to Muse earlier today, and I said, Muse, I want you to basically be David Bakhtiari's agent, and I'm David Bakhtiari, and I want you to lay out my options, because like I would love for the Saints to sign Bakhtiari, but here's my question. Would the Saints be his best option? Because really the question is, what are you into? Do you want money? Do you want playing time? Do you want an opportunity to win a championship? Do you want some combination of all three? Like Ndamukong Suh, right? Ndamukong Suh last year just sat, or 2 years ago, just sat out until a good team gave him an offer. And that ended up being Philly, and they made a deep run and all that sort of jazz. They went to the Super Bowl and lost. Is that what David Bakhtiari wants? You heard him say there, I'm not your backup plan. I'm your cornerstone. Okay, so who's going to make him a left tackle? All right, Muse. I'm David Bakhtiari. I got ice on my knees. I'm sitting here in the training room with my physical therapist. I'm doing leg extensions, and you're laying out all my options for me. So, all right, what do we got?
How do you feel about D.C.?
I love the nation's capital. I mean, Georgetown is a beautiful area, especially when you get into fall into autumn. I love the seasons there. It's cold, but not nearly as cold as Lambeau. But that division, Muse. Or what's Bakhtiari's agent's name?
I don't know.
I'll call you his agent's name. I don't know about that division. Dallas. Eagles.
Philly. The Giants stink.
But they were even good 2 years ago.
That's true.
What was the one-off? I don't know.
Well, look, if you go to the Commanders.
Rookie quarterback,
but you could have your early playing time, right?
Okay.
So Charles Leno, he was their left tackle. He's gone.
Yeah.
Where
did he go?
I don't remember. Not important. The important thing is he's not there anymore, David. We're trying to get you there.
Good point,
and
agent.
This could be a path to the field early. There's a former backup. There's a battle going on. Former backup, Cornelius Lucas, and a rookie third rounder in Brandon Coleman. You could go there and beat out both those guys if they're not satisfied. Yeah, that's a path right to the field. The offense should be good. Yes, it's a rookie quarterback, but the offense should be good with Jaden Daniels leaving it. Not great, but good.
They got any money?
I mean, ownership-wise, yes, there's plenty of money under the new ownership in
You're
Washington.
supposed to be my agent. You need to be looking out for my contract. I need to know how much money I'm going to make as well.
Well, if you want money, we have 2 more big markets on this list.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Well, there is, staying in the division, Dallas, the Cowboys. It's not as quick as a path to the field, but there is still potentially an opening there.
Well, Tyron Smith ain't there anymore.
He left, but they drafted Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma to play left tackle. Now, the caveat there obviously is he's only got 1 year of starting experience in college
So he
before
might not
coming
be
in.
ready.
He might not be ready, and that year was at right tackle, not left. So you could have a path to the field there, but there's definitely more money, obviously, in Dallas if you want that. And,
Is there? Are you sure? It sounds like you didn't look at any of their salary cap situations.
and it's a win now.
Agent, did you look at any of their salary cap situations?
No. But
I mean, what I specifically said, tell me where there's money. You have to know the cap situation.
there's money in Dallas. Jerry Jones
There's
is
money
rich.
everywhere.
Not
You
necessarily
got
true.
Chicken Man money in Baton Rouge.
We're gonna get to a place
You're
where there's
fired,
not money.
agent.
So your third option could combine all 3, and that's the Los Angeles Rams.
So the Cowboys have $10 million in cap space.
Money, good money.
Stupid. Go ahead. All right, tell me about the Rams. I do love L.A.
If you love
Now,
LA,
look,
sunny, great weather.
income tax in L.A. stinks.
It's true.
You do have some weirdos in L.A., but you got weirdos everywhere. The bottom line is the weather's gorgeous. Beautiful new stadium. They won a Super Bowl just a few years ago.
Yeah.
Good young coach. Veteran
quarterback.
quarterback.
Yeah.
There's a lot I like about this. Tell me more.
Well, you could play right away because the guy they have in your place, Ulrich Jackson, just hasn't worked out as a franchise left tackle. The grades have not been great on him. Looking through Pro Football Focus, all that, he's not your franchise guy. Now,
Don't know anything about him.
they are exactly right. They are going to run it back with him. That's their plan, at least right now. But there is risk involved there, obviously. So you go in there. You could play immediately. You could win. I mean, Sean McVay, great young coach, as you said, vet quarterback. A lot of weapons on the outside for the veteran quarterback. And defense might not be great there this year, but we'll see. Tough division, right? San Fran, Seattle's on the come up. New coach there. The Rams could be your best case for all 3 in 1.
Yeah. No, I think that division stinks.
Okay. I mean, I could see that too, yeah.
I mean, no.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just living in the past with the Rams a little bit. But,
No, for the Rams, it's good.
yeah. Well, I mean, outside of San Fran. But,
I was thinking like you probably have 4 wins programmed in already with Seattle and Arizona.
yeah,
Could be a playoff team in the Rams.
should be a playoff team with the Rams. So, win now. It's L.A. There's money.
Okay. So Washington with a rookie quarterback, we're not winning anything.
Mm-mm.
Dallas, they got a spot open at left tackle. Tough division. Veteran quarterback, won a lot of games last year. Rams, veteran quarterback, have to go win the job.
Yep.
You do have San Fran in the division, but it feels kind of winnable. And who was the other one?
Well, I mean, I was going to throw in the New Orleans
Did
Saints.
you give me 3 or did you give me 4?
I did. I gave you 3.
Those 3.
The Commanders, Cowboys, Rams.
And the Saints have no money.
Right.
The rest of the line stinks.
Correct.
One of the worst rosters in the NFL.
Yep.
Probably a lame duck head coach.
Yep.
New offense, bad quarterback.
Veteran quarterback, though.
Bad quarterback. Yeah, I don't feel great about this.
Mm-mm.
Like, that's the point of the whole exercise. When you lay it out like that, if you're David Bakhtiari and you have options, and the one thing I'm saying here is, do you have options? I don't know. Like, how many teams are going to call David Bakhtiari? I don't know. I mean, all the ones you just mentioned, could he be an option? Maybe. Is he a better option taking a flyer on him on a 1-year deal than what they have, or to bring him in to camp and see if he can win a job? I mean, I think so. But if you're Bakhtiari and you have options, I would say of all those options, the only one that New Orleans would be better than would be Washington. Because I think Washington, even projected win total, I think Washington's 4 this year. Something like that. 3.5, 4, isn't that right? I mean, it's low. Rookie quarterback, tough division. It makes sense. I mean, we all love Jaden Daniels and think he's going to be awesome in time, but probably not this year. But Dallas and the Rams are both better options than New Orleans as far as path to the field, good roster, money. I mean, the one thing the Saints would have going for it is the division is the worst division in football, so you'd have a chance to get into the playoffs, but I still think the Saints have a glass ceiling. It's just a matter of what does Bakhtiari want. I think that would be really, and how much and who is interested. But if that's the list, if those are the teams looking for a left tackle, if I was David Bakhtiari, New Orleans wouldn't be my number one choice, certainly. You have it?
Looking at 6.5, but I'm
No.
double checking it because that can't be right.
No, I think it's 3.5 or 4. Commanders win total 24. Look it up at
That's what I'm doing right now.
okay. Yeah, I thought it was like 4.5. If it's 6.5, good for them. That's way more than I thought it would be. And I thought I saw 4.5 somewhere. All right, it's after
6.5 at DraftKings.
Okay, DraftKings 6.5. I think that's gone up. 6.5, good for them. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.